What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Bear with me just a second there. We're gonna get kicking off in just a moment. Just popping this over here. I have a very weird thing, like when it comes to my desk and it, like certain things have to be in certain places in it. So when I'm working and whatnot, trading and whatnot, at least I know where bits and pieces are. So I'm just grabbing it without looking at it, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? What's good though? How's it going, man? Morning, everybody. It's a fucking cold morning on a Tuesday. Just having my morning tea right now. So who do we have here, man? Fucking hell, we got so Info's asking a question. Let me just quickly go to that. Hi everyone. E-forming channel like yesterday. 1 minute scalping, anyone? Bit tricky. We're gonna go through scalp. If you want to go through a scalp, we can have a look at a scalp here and there. That's not a problem. But what I would say, Info, is really like I know that you were having a little bit of trouble in terms of actually reading the charts itself. Maybe not do the scalp. I say it's probably best to actually just probably stick to 15 minutes, 1 hour kind of time frame, just to get your bias as well. The market has dumped. So for those who actually caught the shorts yesterday, the plans was really simple. Happy days. It was a perfect one in my opinion. So we'll do a recap on that X, Y, and Z. The trend line X and all that bits and bobs. It was looking heavy. I was saying it was looking heavy. I believe we had Pirate Explorer yesterday. Pirate was talking about how they were scalping long on Ethereum, and that like literally I was looking for shorts as well. So I did a short on Ethereum on BTC, it's a 2-hour trade or some shit like that. And then I caught the trade afterwards as well, and off he goes. He just nuked completely. Fuck yeah, that hurts, man. I got a fucking wound and shit in it. But yeah, and so it's been a bit of a weird one, to be honest. I mean, market's dumped. It's dumped in an area where we could expect some sort of price action to go up, because it really comes down to this, right? Like, it's decision time right now, right? Decision time in what way? I mean, like in terms of like going up or down now. We could go down all the way. We can actually regain control and go up. Big things that we gotta worry about is Wednesday. We got the FOMC. It's a huge one. It's a very huge one. We'll go through the Forex Calendar, see what's going on. I think something's going on today. I'm not too sure. I'll double check that as well. But I know Wednesday FOMC. There's rumors about the rates going up to 100 points. There's rumors. Could it be true? Right? It could be. I don't see why not. If it does go up, then that means the Feds hasn't controlled the interest rates. They haven't got control of anything. It's going to be a very long winter. It's summer right now, I know, in the northern hemisphere, but trust me, winter's coming. It really comes down to this. So we'll just have a look at that, and let's see what's everyone. Who do we have? We got Info, we got Lurock, Morning, got Derry, got Art, we got freaking. Can we please spend 1 minute live trade for a minute on the stream? There's an ETH long for me. Okay, we'll have a look at that in just a second. Then I'll do that for Info then. Afternoon from Thailand. Joel's from Thailand. We got David. What's going on, brother? Nick is here in the chat. Bastian. We got Lupo. Fucking long's active. At the moment, I've cut my trade on the. I've taken profits. Brought my stops to break even, and I'm just narrowing it down, to be honest, as well. We got Dagzy. We got freaking we got Ed. Piotr's here as well. Walaikum salam, guys, man. Fucking Tom. We got NR. We got Weiwei here. Weiwei's my guy, man. For those who don't know who Weiwei is, he got another influence on YouTube called what's his name, the lone active. No, it's not the lone active. I'm disrespecting his name right now. That's so bad. I've got it on here on Google right here. What's it? The late adopter, and late adopter's like my new boy. I'm gonna try and get him on the show actually. But Budapest 666, bloody hell, man. What's going on with the 666? Good to have you here, brother. First time. So look. Hit the likes, guys. Smash the likes as much as you can. And if you subscribe, that's great. You know why you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, stick around. I'll give you a reason why you should subscribe as well. Hey, Pirate, we're just talking about you as well. About your ETH Short and, the ETH Long. Just briefly as well. How's it going there? Late adopter. That's my fault there. What do you think of Golden Pocket? 2732. Dude, you know what? The golden pocket is a possible thing, right? Before we go, I've got Ruben in the chat as well, fucking Martin here. Before we talk about golden pockets and stuff like that, right? I do want to go back to Info. Info was saying that, saying that like he wants to spend like a minute on a scalp, X, Y, and Z, on Ethereum. I will do that, okay? So, I've got Ethereum right here. Let's have a look, right? I'm going to show you that, look, price right now is range bounding. Where is it range bounding? It's literally, you can see, right, without making any bullshit up, right, off the 1 hour, that's the high, and that's the low, and that's the high. That's where price is stuck at, right? It's in that range bound environment, okay? Now, if I were to go on the 15 minutes, let's see what we got here, all right? Just for info, because he's kindly requested it, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to be harsh and ignore him. Of course not. We don't do that, right? So let's look at the 5 minutes, right? The 5 minutes, keep it nice and simple, nothing to 1 minute. We'll look at 1 minute in a second. So, as I said, we've got a low here, right? It's possible long already, you can see. And then we've got the high right here, right? That's the high. That's the high. Okay, so, whoops. You know what? Let me do a Fibonacci, actually. I'll do a Fibonacci just for this. Low, high. What the fuck's going on? Let's have a look, right? Cool. Now, got 2 minutes to fold. We got a trend line here. You can see. This is the trend line. Clearly, you can't argue with this. You can see resistance, resistance, slight deviation, resistance, resistance, which shows market structure still on the downside. What? Low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Are we doing another lower low to this area here, taking out liquidity over here, right? For those who was wondering what is liquidity, liquidity is where the people are placing their stops. If you place your stops there, like if you're risking like $100 or $1,000 or 10,000, million, whatever you want to do, and you get stopped out, liquidity's been taken, right? That's what it all is, right? So it's where all the stops are being placed at, right? Now, looking at this quite simply, right, from a range bound perspective, I'm just gonna actually just do two things, right? I'm gonna do the range high, right? I'm just gonna do a range low. That's all I'm gonna do, right? Range high, range low, and also actually another one, mid range. That's all we're gonna do. Keep it nice and simple. Now, if I were to actually go and do a long, this is an ETH scalp. I'm so sorry, Pirate. I didn't jinx it. I just read the chart. The chart was telling me, yo, you think just fucking go, whatchamacallit? Go fucking, go short. That's what he said to me. Maybe you read it upside down. I'm not too sure. Nicholas saying 75 BPS FOMC is most likely. If we get 100, it will show the Fed is out of control, and they won't like that. 100%. GDP needs to come out slightly positive, maybe 1 or 2% for us to bounce. You know, it's with the GDP and whatnot. Look, FOMC, even it's at 75, it's still not under control, in my opinion. It really isn't under control. The reason why is that 75. If they do 75 BPS, that means you haven't gained any control. You're just trying to actually hold it down, because you were holding down for 50 for months, like 3 months or so. And plus of that, the freaking the US government has changed the fucking definition of what is a bear market. They said from second 2 quarters they cut that off and they re-edit it. I saw it on the post. I think it's by Alco and Psycho actually posted. I will go through that as well. But anyway, looking at plays right now. Now let's go change the color. I'm gonna look for SRs, right? So SR, I've got a clean SR over here. Is that one? Yeah, it's a clean SR. You can see that, right? And now that we close above it, so you can see. Oh, fuck off! It just moved, didn't it? Like that. Right, cool. So obviously we already know range bound environment, right? You play within the range. So range low to range high to range low. We did a deviation. We'll come back into the range. We already know that's bullish, right? So if you were to take a trade right now off the spot, you can enter here, right? For example, your stop loss ought to be over here. That's where your stop loss is. And when you're targeting, over here, right? So the mid range goes to range high. That's all it is, right? We'll come back to this later. So if you guys want to take it, it's up to you. What I would look at is probably taking profits around here, this area here. First profit there, right? I think it's gonna go there. First profit there, and then that'll be second profit. Then that TP1, TP2 there, all right? And then once we break above and hold this level, reclaim this level there, then I can say, yeah, taking out this high over here, and then we're going to target 3. So sorry, that'll be, that's not straight. Let me do this properly. It's been quite disrespectful to you guys. So target 3 and then target 4. And then all we're doing is playing range bound environment. And that's the scalp there. Does that make sense there, Info? Does that help? Do you understand how I got that and how I did that and what the plans is? Does that make... Hope so. What's going on, Jay? Got Mike in the house, man. Negative GDP. It'll be a definition of recession. Yeah, that's true. In theory, there should be a deviation at the top. In theory, but that's the thing is, like, market doesn't really give a shit about the theory itself. It can do whatever it wants to do. This is a double top in it, so I'm thinking we're gonna we're gonna take out these highs and then either go back and reclaim this area, or we can just fucking take out this, come back down, and then we can short it back down to this area and back to this area here. So that's what it is. It's literally play the range bound environment. You take your stops, you take your profit at range high, and you watch the market. If you're convinced it's going to go higher, then you can hold it until you break down. And if it does do something like this, this is where you cut the trade, because it's going to go back. Because we're back into the range. You got to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing back in the range. Make sense? Bro, I ain't a legend. I'm just a geezer. I'm just a geezer, just like all of you, man. Walaikum salam, Asib. You're welcome in. For you sure you get that? Like, if you don't understand that, please tell me right now. We'll do it again, all right? And I'll try and break this down a lot more easier, because I just don't dive straight into it. All right, so Mobster saying, hey Dank, hope you're doing well. Since ETH is below previous all-time high, will that affect your trading position now? No, not necessarily. I've taken some profit. I haven't taken the ETH trade, honestly. I didn't take the ETH trade. I took the BTC trade, honestly. So what I would be looking at is both what is BTC saying and what ETH is saying at the same time, right? Like, just because it's below all-time high, right? So just like a quick one, right? We're just gonna quickly go through. Let's just do like a quick. Let's just say, okay, I'm gonna make this thick, right? This here is the previous all-time high. That's what it is, right? So you see that SR there? That's completely like all-time high. Now all I'm doing now is literally this, right? There's two things that can happen, right? So Ethereum did something. Oops. Ethereum did something like this, right? It breaks down. Well, I didn't even read it. Ethereum did this, right? Like that, and it kept going up higher and whatever. And then it distributed and come back down, right? And then it's like over here. That's what Ethereum has done. And this is the previous all-time high. Two things now, right? This is a make or break, right? It's decision time, which is why the title of the chart is literally, Bitcoin decision time, up or down. Which one we're gonna do, right? Because we're at a very particular stage where people want to long, people want to short. Confusion's in the market. Everyone doesn't know what the fuck's going on. We all got fucking decisions to make. We all got bills to pay. We want to have Bitcoin go to all-time high. We want to see Ethereum goes up high. We've got alt bags. There's a lot of factors coming in. What you need to do as a sole trader, as a person alone, right, is literally cut your emotions. Fuck your bags. Trust me, I'm in my bags. I cut my bags. All my bags, I've cut them all off, right? When ETH went up to mid-range, everything, right? I made slight profits on Kiba, slight profits on MRI, slight profits on all these other bullshit as well, right? I just like, fuck this shit. I need to pay my fucking things. I've got stuff to do in the house as well. I've got family to look after. My mom is in Mauritius. I need to make sure that she's well looked after as well. She's got some money over there, X, Y, and Z. So I was like, fuck that. Delete that shit. Cut it off. Vegeta's in the house. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. So I literally cut the emotions. I was like, yeah, fuck that. If it's going to go up, it's going to go up. So look, prices like this, right? Now, let it do its thing, whichever it wants to do. It will range bound over here, right? Now, all I'm looking for, and all we should be looking for, all of us, right, is this. Do we reclaim and hold above it? And then, you see this low here? Especially, like, let's say that's bearish market structure. You see this high over here? If we reclaim this, that'd be your first target, right? Once we reclaim this, right, this high itself, right, let's say that's the lower high, that's breaking market structure. Then we know the low is possibly in over here, whatever the deviation is, and that was just a deviation of the previous all-time high. And then we fucking long our fucking bags. I can add my alts depending on what EBDC, and let's go up higher, right? Does that make sense there? That's the first stage we're looking at, or if we want to go longs. If we want to go short, right, then we'll have to actually, again, be patient. Let it do its thing. Just let it do its consolidation, whatever the fuck it wants to do. If it wants to do this or whatever, let it do its thing. We just need to find some sort of confirmation. See this low here? The moment it breaks down, this is my confirmation, because we're breaking down and we're making newer lower lows, right? Making newer lower lows. And all I've got to do is short the market back down. And I think ETH goes to $400, $380, probably $350. I'll be honest with you. I've got buys all the way stacked up from $400 to about $320. That's what I got buys on. Bitcoin, I got buys stacked on from 12K till about, I think it's about 9K, around 9K or something like that. That's why I got buys stacked up there. I think I got one at 12, I got one at 11. No, I got one at 12. That's a very small bag, I got I got a smaller one. I got a small one at 11. I got a big one at 10, and then I got stacked up at like 9 and 8. 9 and 8. That's it. 9 and 8. And that money for me is like a business mind. Like, look, you gotta trade. You not trade. You gotta treat like the market, right? Will do whatever it's want to do. You gotta treat the market itself, right? Like as a business. It's always as a business. So the best advice I can give to anybody here, right, is that in the bull market or in the bear market, wherever you're making money, right, is that whatever profit you make, take 50%, put it to the side. That's not for you. That's taxman. Like taxman's gonna take that shit. Now, if you live in Dubai, right, it's a different story, innit, right? That's 0% tax or whatever. I don't even know the shit is. I'm in the UK, but I know taxman's gonna sit on my fucking ass and break my fucking collarbone and shit like that. So you gotta be smart. So if you make a trade and it's like probably like, let's say you make a giant trade and it's like 20 grand. Take 10 grand, put it to the side, man, because that still doesn't belong to you. 10 grand's for you. You can build it up and whatnot. What I would say myself is like, so I've got a bunch of USDT that's like sitting around that I know that's for crypto base. It's got nothing to do with my life. It's got nothing to do with my lifestyle. Got nothing to do with my house or whatever. That's just crypto, right? So that money's there. Now what I do is, right, I know that's gonna be there for quite some time. I have no intention to buy anything, right, because it's gonna sit there. I just put my buys into the thing. I put my buys where I believe price will go, and I really think price will go to 10k. I do think that's gonna happen. I do think BTC will go to 10k, solely because if you look at the monthly, it has to. It's behaving like Forex. Like you can't disagree with it. So then I've got buys over there. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But if it goes to like 4-5k, I don't fucking care. I've got a little bit more USDT. I've got more USDT sitting on the side for me to buy more at 4k. That's when I start DCAing in. That's the DCA moment. Doing DCA from 62k, 69k, all the way to fucking where 20k is, that's bullshit. Whoever told you that, I don't know, man. You gotta unfollow these people. A lot of people, everyone can be an influencer. I get it. Everyone's an influencer. Everyone talks shit. Everyone likes to talk big. But when push comes to shove, what the fuck are you in it? You ain't nowhere. You're fucking shitting yourself, taking holidays. That's what you gotta do, innit? Because you got no input. You can clearly see on Twitter, right, who's the real G's and who's not. You can really see who's got the fucking balls to talk and who hasn't. Unfortunately, 99.9% of these CT influencers ain't got balls. The only 0.1% of the ones that should, you can see them regularly streaming, you can see them regularly posting. They may be shit posting, right? But they got solid alpha. You know what I'm saying? So you like bear market is where the mirror has been removed, right? You see the real person, you see the real truth about that person, and going into the next bull run, you can pay that into mind, into consideration. Like, hang on a second, when it came to a bear market, you were nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people got commitments and shit like that. But if you're an influencer, the way I see it is that it's pretty much a full-time job. Because look, there's 47 people here, right? And you guys are all showing mad love, and you guys are looking for, because you are in a position where I was in 2018. That's the honest truth, right? I'm not bullshitting it, because I've been in the same position as you. You were there in I was there in 2018. How you're feeling right now, and you're looking for the right answer. You're looking for who's got the right answer to guide me to where I should go and how I should play this market. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that person to say, all right then, this certain influencer is able to understand technical analysis and understand what the chart is saying. Can I learn from this motherfucker? Right? That's what you're looking for. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? 0% tax in Dubai. Why you think yeah, but you to move to Dubai, man. Are you there in Dubai now, or are you like still back home? Which one are you? Because if you're in Dubai, you're literally like 3 hours ahead of me then. Would you ever mark a range off support and resistance? What do you mean, Hasib? Morning, Vivian. Mike, release all the secrets the past 3 days. Morning, bro. Rahul's here, man. You're welcome, mobster. Pay 8 to 10k in company license every year. Yeah. I heard about that as well. I've seen that 8 to 10k. I think it's like, is it 10k or something? When I was looking at it, it's like 10k. I was considering going to Dubai. I really wanted to go to Dubai and stuff like that. I'm glad I didn't. In a way, I'm glad I'm at home. In a way that, like, I wish I did it at the same time, and I wish I did, and I'm glad I didn't. I mean, it all works in its own way. Pirate saying, if we ever pump close to 2k in the coming weeks or months, I'll sell all of it. What, in Ethereum? Yeah. Fuck that, man. I think it's a lower high. I think the lower high is probably in right now, to be honest, potentially, because FOMC is going to be a big one. So Nick's saying we discussed that is that you can have multiple ranges and that price is always in the range. I agree. How do you look at your fib levels when you get confluence from two ranges meeting up at the same area? Good point, actually. Very, very good point. So going to what Nick's saying. Let me delete this shit. Bring this back up. So looking at BTC quickly, right? And then we're going to do the breakdown X, Y, Z. You see, it's consolidating. This is all consolidation. Decision time, right? You know what I mean? Clearly, I call it decision time like fucking at 9 o'clock when we're here and we're still consolidating. Nothing has changed at all. Anyway, BTC USDT. Let me get rid of all this. So, all right. A clear example was these two things, right? So I've got like, there was a set of different ranges here. I've got one range over here, right? And that one was the red one, if you guys remember. And then I've got this range here, blue. That's last week's Monday's range. And look what happened. Look how. And that's why I took the short. The short was very, very clear. I entered around. Oh, we'll do the recap in a bit anyway. We got the block here, which was a range. I was talking about that. And originally, I was ignoring this. And I was like, okay, let's play from the mid range. We're playing up the range high. Well, actually, it was over here actually. When price got up to here, right, I was playing it down to range low, and then when it got back up, range high, mid range, deviation, I was looking for shorts, and then shorts, I was looking for shorts, and then again here, I got stopped out over there, looking for shorts again, and then here again, I was looking for shorts, and here we go. See, I'll break that all down to you. It will make complete sense in just a moment. So when you got two ranges overlapping each other, right, you gotta ask yourself which one is the most confluential one, right? Complementary one in what way? Let me bring this up back a second. Where is the fuck is my fucking range? There we go. So I got three ranges here that overlaps each other. This Monday's range overlaps the top block over here, and it also overlaps the weekly range. Okay. Now you gotta pick and choose which one is most confluential. The moment we break above the Monday's range, so as price is playing over here, right? So ignore all this shit, right? If you look over, if you ignore this, right? As price is playing in this area here, why is it 5 minutes, 15 minutes? As price was actually playing in this, in Monday's range, got the range high, like you did the Monday's range, went to mid range. I'm focusing on the Monday's range. I'm just gonna focus on there. I will have targets over here. Why? Because that's 75% of the range. Does that make sense? So if I'm focusing, I'm gonna make this. I'm focusing on this half of it, on this range over here. Really, I'm focusing on this half here. Why? Because we were playing from here to here. Obviously, 75% of the range is one thing, and I know this is another range over here. I would have taken profits, portion of profits here, and then my full profit there, because we could have come back up and closed back into it, right? And then we're still playing within the Monday's range, right? But it's overlapping. The moment it breaks out of it, right? Breaks out to the Monday's range. Now look at this, right? I don't know if you picked it up already. We've broken out Monday's high. This is Monday's high. Everyone agrees on that. Where do we come? So we come to the mid range, right? Come to the 25% range, and we come back for a retest. The retest was literally off Monday's range high. Already that was a long there. So I was looking for a long going all the way to 24. Remember I called it 24.3k, I was saying? And I think I cut it over here. Remember? If you guys remember, 24.3k it was a number I was saying, and then someone was saying SC was looking at 24.2. In reality, he went to 24. but the direction was very true. He had his way of actually seeing it. I had my own way, right? Two different traders, two different styles. I may be his student, but at the same time, I have my own style, right? It's not a copycat shit kind of thing. We both had very similar ideas, and we both cut the trade, and we both in profit. Happy days. Now, once we left this range here, now I'm going to focus on this range. That's what I'm going to do. So then what I do, so this is why I deleted it yesterday. I deleted the freaking Monday's range and focus on this range. And all I can see now I can start focusing, look, high to low, low to mid, deviation of the mid, come back down. Where do we come? To range low. Deviation of that of that range low, come back in, hold the support, go to 25%, then shank down. So we were playing there. This shank over here made me think like, hang on a second, right? When after the stream yesterday, I was like, hang on a second, I'm missing something here. I'm definitely missing something. So then I drew Monday's range, right? And this is how that's how I actually brought that's how I entered the trade, going quite mad over here, especially over here. I went mad. So wasn't it? Yeah. So I was saying that I was looking for this, right? A breakdown, and then we did it. So we did it, and I took profits here. I took the trade here, took profits here, right? One thing to complement it is So once we took out this high over here, at the same time, this was capped by Monday's high. So already you can put a stop loss over here, a hard stop there, but that's the invalidation level there, but stop loss over here. Because if we step back into this, then we go to the mid range. You know what I'm saying? But I'd use a confluence of a trend line, right? Let me just delete all this shit. I use a confluence of a trend line, and we went back down to where? Mid range. And where was the mid range? At the weekly range high. Can you see that orange line? That's the weekly range high. So they're overlapping each other, but it's just adjusting your eyes from one portion to another portion. You know what I'm saying? Like there are very small moments of time where the two confluence each other, and you've got to be a bit careful. But in this instance, my mid range for Monday's high and Monday's range was literally the weekly range high. There's gonna be a reaction. That's why I took profits over here, let it bounce and stuff like that. Did a stop run, and once it did this, it did a massive stop run there. And then what happened is, for a quick recap, I'm doing the recap all in one go. Then what happened is that did a quick recap. Now I was like looking at Monday's range. I entered, so I drew a range. Right, this is my range. Range high, range low. Mid range is literally over here. I entered once we did this, right? Once we did that was a deviation of the range. I think I entered around here, around this area here, around there, and then I put my stop loss there, and I cut. I'm still in the trade. I cut the trade over here. I cut a portion of a trade over here. So already, if you look at, if I just do a fucking, how many R's is that? You know what it is, when you take so many trades, you stop caring about the R's. It just becomes a fucking noise, really. So this from there to there, playing it back down around here. It's about 3.5 R, man. So for a risk of $1,000, I was made $3,500. You know what I'm saying? Well, I took 50% of the trade. But now it's decision time. What happens? So I'm looking for this bit here, possibly going down to 20.2k. I really do want to get to 20. Well, not really. 20.7k is where I'm banging on, because that range low is actually, can you see, is the mid range. So that range low here on Monday's low is the mid range between the range high and the range low, mid range of the freaking weekly range. Does that make sense? And then once we leave this, then I'll be like, all right, cool. I can ignore this. Focus on this. Does that make sense, everybody? Like, there's a lot of lines and shit like that. I get it. I do understand it. Or what could help for you guys, if you want to do, is have 3 separate charts in this instance. And you can have one for the Monday's range, one for this range, and one for this range. And then you can just flick them back and forth and see how they're reacting to one another. I think that's it would be a lot more easier. This is quite complex. I think the way my brain works is just fucking on steroids. It's just I can understand what I'm talking about. But obviously over time and experience, you can throw a bunch of lines, you know what you're talking about. That's why I have color coordinations. I know what I'm talking about. Does that make sense, guys? Let's see. I'm off topic, but what's your goal with the money you make from trading? Move to property, a business, etc. Inshallah, and you're a legend, bro. I'm not a legend. I'm just like you guys. Alhamdulillah. In terms of like, by God's blessing, I'm in a good position. I'm not in like in an amazing position where I can sit back on a beach and just like watch the waves and shit. I'm in a good position where I know I've got money to actually survive every single month, and the trading does well itself. So what I do is now, really the goal is, the 2021 goal was to retire everyone. I wanted to retire my mom. I wanted to sort her out. I wanted to look after my brother. I wanted to look after my sister-in-law, everyone, all the kids in the family and shit like that. Everyone, like, trust me, there's a kid, right, in the family, right? I'm not going to name names because I need the permission from the mother to see, like, if it's okay. The first thing I did when I took out money from the crypto, the first thing I did was buy him a PlayStation 5. A 7-year-old kid. And I love that kid so much, man. That kid's like my heart. And I bought him a PS5. And I remember the mom was like, the fuck's wrong with you, this and that. I'm like, hey, listen. Right? I want to get it for him, right? Let me get it for him. You can't say shit. It's a gift. You just can't say shit. That kid's like my heart and soul in it. I love that kid to bits. So that was the first thing. And like, bro, I got him a PlayStation 5. I got him a TV. Bro, a 7-year-old with a fucking 47-inch TV. That's fucking nuts, you know what I'm saying? But that's how much I love the family in it. I love my family that much. So the goal really was, originally at 2021, was just to do everything for the family, right? It's family-based, family-orientated order, right? Now I'm in a position now that I'm in a decent position. Let me just put this here. I'm in a decent position where I can be like, all right, cool. Now I can actually do my thing, X, Y, and Z. do the house renovations, this and that. It was all from crypto. To be honest with you, it's all crypto anyway. Tax is gonna sit on my ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta do tax in a bit. Fucking hell. I don't want to do tax, but you gotta do it. But in the day, like now, the next goal now is that I looked at my family and I questioning myself a couple of weeks ago. This is why I started this YouTube. I started questioning myself. I'm like, all right, what's the next goal? I mean, I'm not a millionaire, but I mean, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a millionaire to be happy. You just need enough to survive and live at home and still do your thing at work and still have money coming in. That's the important, to me, that's what it is. It's not about making 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. Fuck that shit, right? What are you gonna do with money? Buy cars? You're gonna get bored of it. Buy women? That's fucking disgusting, right? Like, that's my opinion. I know in Dubai there's a lot of prostitution, X, Y, and Z, and it's a disgusting place to me, right? To me, it's very, very ill. It's malang. Malang is in Creole means dirty, you know, and which is what kind of I'm glad that I'm not in Dubai. I'm just glad that I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to feed off that kind of environment. That's bad energy. People that goes there, it's my opinion. If you got a different opinion, Dubai is great as a family holiday. It's amazing, right? If I went there with family, I'd have a great time. Going there with your boys, it's dangerous. It is dangerous there. But I have a cigarette. But then, like, now, that was it, Amar. I was start thinking to myself, what do I do now in it? I've done everything that I need to do in the right way that my pops, rest in peace, he'd be proud of me. He can look, like, if I face him on the day of judgment, he'd be like, son, I raised you well. You know? And I would tell him straight up, like, pops, everything is for every good thing, it's from you. You are the root, and I am the branch of the tree. And every good thing, every good act I do, every teaching I do, every good sawab and every good blessing I do, it's for my pops, right? That's really it. So 2022, I start asking myself, I'm like, all right then, cool. There's got to be more to it. It's a bear market. People is feeling shit. Everyone doesn't like this feeling. It's a horrible feeling. I get it, right? Then I was like, do you know what? I was in a position just like most people now. And now I'm in a better position now. Alhamdulillah, okay? And I was like, all right, cool. What do I do in it? I was like, well, then let's fucking help everybody else now, innit? I help my family, help the fucking community. So that's the next goal. So in terms of money-wise, I'll be honest with you, what my plan is, right? I spoke about this briefly, about Mr. Beast. If you guys are aware of who Mr. Beast is, one of the greatest YouTuber of all time, in my opinion. If you're not aware of him, let me explain to you. This is how his mentality is. Every money that he gets from like monetization and everything that he does, he puts it back in his video. He puts it back into the community. And I want to do that the same. I want to do very similar, but in a crypto way. So for example, let's just say that I open up a private group, right? I know I've mentioned this a few times, but I'm throwing ideas, right? And you tell me what you think as a community. I open a private group. You guys pay a monthly fee of $100, $150. I don't know. It would probably be $100, $150. I want to do $200, $250. I think that's extortion in my opinion. It is different for everyone else. And then what I'll do is, for example, like once a month, right? I'll fly one of you guys out to the UK, right? Either in London, we'll probably be London. Do a long weekend in London, and that will include, and I pay for everything. Like I pay for the flights, I pay for your spending money, I pay for the meals and this and that. And on a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever, I will come down personally myself, and me and you will physically just chill, just me and you, no one else. If you got a girlfriend, bring your girlfriend down. And if you want to bring your brother or whatever, bring your brother down, or someone you want to bring, all good. And I'll fly you down, or and pay for the hotels X, Y, and Z. And you guys stay in London. You guys have the whole London for yourself. I'll come down on the evening and we chill the whole evening. We go shisha, we go meals, we do this and that, whatever you guys want to do. And any questions you want to pick my brains. And I think that to me is like one way to actually really go out to you guys, really come out to the community. And I want to be different to everyone else. I don't want to be like any other influencer. You know what I'm saying? So 2022, 2023 is the community. I think 2024 will be like 2024, well maybe 2025 will be for me then. Then I think I've done everything that I can do as a human being, possibly. In the meantime, obviously build wells and shit like that. I want to go to Africa. I want to build a school. I want to go to really, really poor places around the world and just give a hand, do something that's godly, not as a god, but for the sake of God, that's the way I'm seeing it. Mike, 4:20 a.m. here. What the fuck? Where you from, Mike? Joe, how you doing, man? I'm doing well, Joe. Great. Yeah, Joe Farrell. I heard that the crypto tax is really good. There's a guy called Crypto K, Coach K. He's in Thailand as well, and he was telling me, dude, you gotta come to Thailand. Mm. What plans are short term? In terms of what? Life or in terms of crypto? Matthew's asking. Like an area of support and resistance because normally you mark it off, swing lows and swing high. So like what Hasib's asking, right? Like once I have like a range, right? I keep that range going. Now if he breaks from the range low, right? So let me show you briefly. So obviously here, right? Let's focus on this bit here, right? You can clearly see that range has been stayed there for like 5 weeks and I haven't moved it. So obviously we have a deviation here and I just left it. If it was to be bearish, I want to see this low broken down. Like you can come for a retest. Retest it how many times? The moment it breaks down, then I'll be like, that's my confirmation to enter a short. Off we go, targeting these lows here and 17,500, right? But if we reclaim, right? So let me delete all this. So if we were to reclaim, right? See, we come back down, but then we still reclaim this level, come back above the monthly. To me, this range still stands, and then we have a deviation there. So I wouldn't move my ranges there. My swing lows, right? Like for me, the swing low still be here because that's the lowest point, and the swing high still be here, and that's the swing high here. You know, like if I was to capture this whole movement over here, you know, then that's another swing low there. Does that make a bit of sense there? Beautiful explanation. I've seen the exact same thing happen yesterday live and was wondering what to think about it. Thank you for explanation. You're welcome, Mike. Yeah, Nick's right as well. Like, you know, like just making different colors as well. So you have color coordination. You understand what you're talking about. So for me, orange is weekly, blue is daily, red is 4 hours, purple is monthly, and black would be like, look, yeah, black would be like the hourly 15 minutes and the 5 minute smaller time frame. So I know what I'm talking about. When you're bringing Nick on, whenever Nick is free, man, you know what I'm saying? You can bring Nick soon. What we're doing in the range. We have a new Monday's range. Yeah, we have more. We definitely have a Monday's range today. So we're going to work on that. In what part of London do you live? I live in Birmingham, Robert. I live in Birmingham, which is like a 2-hour drive. So if you guys come to London, I'll come and see you. Not a problem. Yeah, man. Smash the likes, everybody. There's 70 people here. Big love for that. Big respect. So let's quickly go through these chats and then we're cracking onto this. Because a lot of people are messaging like, man, what the fuck? Don't live too far away from you. Yo, Joe, where you living? Putting all together and making good choices. Amazing gratitude means everything. I bought my wife 4 cows for the farm we live on. Oh, sick, Joe. You got a fucking farm. Dude, that is the dream, man. Fucking hell, Joe, thingy, Fennel. I need to come see your farm, fam. We've got 6 now and one's called Luna. Shit, dude, it's called Luna. What a geezer. That's beautiful, man. I love that. Dude, a farm. I'm originally a farm boy in it. My family, like a very, from sugar canes, like sugar canes, and got the farms, goats and cows and shit like that, sheeps and whatnot. And so when I go back home to my grandma's from my father's side, I love it, man. I love getting to my wellies and shit, you know, getting to the mud and just fucking being one with nature, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Used to swing trade only, but this method you can trade all scenarios, which is why I want to learn and learn. Joe, great, but I tell you straight, there's so much ways to learn, and trust me, you can do this, man. Sounds wonderful. Give back to community. Everyone's showing love, man. Would you do Twitter Spaces? What do you guys think of Twitter Spaces? Critiques Dame, that's wholesome as fuck. You have a good soul, man. You know, thank you so much for that. Are you from USA? Damn, dude, you need to be fucking sleeping, bro. Fucking Mike, fucking. Sure, this one's trying to achieve all. I mean, Marco, do you look for trend lines conference to take a trade? Okay, so Marco's asking a good trade, right? Good question. I'm gonna ask this. This is a lot of Q&A. We get that in the morning, and then when we get cracking onto the chart. So, I use trend lines and I don't use trend lines. Coach Gay's a legend. You should get him on all-time high, bro. I'm literally in talks with him right now. Like I messaged him. I think it was yesterday. I need to respond back to him as well. I literally want to get him on. He's a sick guy, dude. The guy can spit though. He's got good bars. I'm going to try and get him on all-time high. And I'm going to get him to spit bars. He's fucking sick. He's such a cool guy. So look, trend line, right? I can use a trend line right here. Now, if you look over here, that's a trend line. You can easily see that's resistance. That's resistance, resistance, right? If I was to flip bullish, because I've been shorting all the way down, right? If I was to flip bullish, right? I need for it to reclaim. Let me just fucking delete all this shit. What the fuck am I doing? There we go. That's it. That makes it simple, more easier. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And if I were to flip bullish, right, this price action here, I wanted to come over here, break, reclaim this level, and we can take out this liquidity here, and liquidity here. Then I play it level to level. Does that make sense? There's a time and a place in this trend line. But because it was a bearish market structure, right? Then so obviously I have that trend line there. I can have a trend line right here, and the moment we break below it, right? Then I'd be like, all right, so we grinded all the way up, was all good. The moment we break below it, we do a quick retest. That's my trigger. Stop loss over here. Off we go. Taking out liquidity here, here, and here. And look what happened. We did take liquidity there. So there's a time and a place in these trend lines, and I can, like, for example, another one I can see was, let's say, no, that's not right. No, that's not it. There's a trend line over here. Even here, you can see this. That was a trend line there. Grinding up. Come back to this resistance. You know that's resistance because of this high over here. You can start drawing a trend line over there. You can have a stop loss over here. What happens was when we come back down, that'll be target 1. Once we break below it, compounding the position, taking out liquidity over. Well, we'll take out liquidity over here. We take out liquidity here, and look, take liquidity here, and we do it eventually, right? So that's how I look to play trend line. But to me, horizontal play is the key. It's really, that has more power than anything else. You can draw as many trend lines as you want, but it doesn't mean shit without a context. So you got to understand the context. So if you're bearish, your trend line, so one second, if you're bearish, right, your trend line like of this is one thing. It's all good, right? But that's how you flip your bias. This should be your bias to go down because we're making lower highs. See, look, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So that's my thesis on this, right? It's my idea. But then if I'm flipping this way, this will be flipping my bias, which means the opposite trend line is how I'm going to play the breakout trade. Does that make sense? So let it do its grind. The moment it breaks below, on resistance, off we go. Does that make a bit more sense, brother? So when you come to Cape Town, you're welcome to. Oh, bro, Vivian, I really appreciate that, man. I want to travel the world. I do want to travel the world, 100%. Unique. Good morning. Great sig this morning. Yeah, sig is good. Hey, dang, that's a way to join the SE classroom. There's a way to join SE's classroom. Yeah, SE has a if you go on his Twitter, he's got a website called traderse.com, and then you just fill in the application, whatever, and then you can enter his like private group. No, Peacock, I didn't quite understand that. Twitter's generally so negative. Yeah, 100%, man. That's having a small farm's dream. Okay. So, main thing is still in range. It is still in range, Marco. Bro, Joel's got everything, man. Chickens, cows, ducks, pigs, rice, paddy, sugar cane, fruit, veg, and now kind of, dude, you're selling a fucking dream, bro. Fucking Joel. I love that. Bebek says, sorry, I just joined the live stream. What's your thought about FMC tomorrow, and will it make crypto dump more? I do think it's going to dump. Do you use? So I don't use order flow. On what time frame do you look for retest? It can be on any time frame. I look depending on if I'm looking at 15 minutes, right? Let's say for example. Oh yeah, FOMC. If the rates are going to be the same as 75, I think that's going to be shit in my opinion. If they go up, it's going to be shit still. So the only way it's going to have some sort of a positive impact is when we have a FOMC that's going to go back to 50 BPS. If they don't do that, then it's fucking shit. So trend line, let's have a look, right? I can now have a look at trend line on 50. If I'm looking at this on the 50 minute, that's the low and that's the high. Clearly you can see support, smash below it. That candle, that 50 minute candle that closed below it, that was enough confirmation to say, okay, we can break down, retest over there. Especially if you lose this low, that's it. That's your confirmation over here, right? So, and then that's 15 minutes. If I were to go down on the 5 minutes, I can still see the same thing. It might be giving me a tighter entry. I'll show you. It's literally, you can use the trend on any time frame. It's whatever you're comfortable with. It's like you've just got to narrow it down and be smart with it as well. So yeah, 15 minutes you can see. 15 minutes was a lot more clear. So grind, obviously again, support. Then what happened was, oops, Control Y. Not working. Oh, fuck off. Then what happened was, as you can see right there, broke down, retest on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I could have entered here. This will be thingy, and I'll put a stop loss over here, and then play it down. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, in all honesty, right? what you could have done is something like this. So the moment we lose this 5 minutes candle there, that's a deviation, we step back up, then we smash down. It was giving you confirmation there. There's loads of ways that you can play if you want to tighten it down, but you have to be comfortable with fucking range bound plays. Trade at SC at £78 per month sub. Just saw that. Look, honestly, Marco, with Trader SZ, I'll be honest. SZ is like his private group is very for intermediates. So you gotta know what you're doing. He's not gonna really spend much time and break down things to you. It's like if you're a beginner, it's gonna be really hard for you to catch up on as well. It is 100, like I think £78, which is about $100. It's fairly cheap to be honest as well. But you can try it by all means. I'm not gonna say no. You can try it for a month, see if you like it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to carry on. And you know what I'm saying. So, where about in Birmingham you from, bro? I was fucking raised in Alam Rock, fam. Right in the fucking ghetto, B8, fam. Right road, and the road where Mushtaq is on Alam Rock Road. If you guys know where Alam Rock is, right, on where the corner Mushtaq is, I lived there. Number 87 Right Road. That's where I used to live. Then we moved from there to Acot's Green. Acot's Green, I bought a house in Solihull. So I'm based in Solihull now. Wax nose. Fucking hell. Shout out to Alan Rock, man. This is my home. That was home. Anyway, let's get to fucking the market plan and stuff like that. And let's see what the market is saying. And we can get cracking. You know, time to understand what's going on. So we got Monday's range, right? And we know we're coming down. We found support of this block here. Now this block here is really, really important to me, right? And this is why I'm saying it's a make or break. And I will be looking for longs when it shows me the right opportunity for longs, okay? It might show me anytime soon, actually. It might be on the stream, but we'll do it. I don't need this, so I will delete that, right? I need the orange play because we are where the mid-range is. I would like it to come back down, right? If it were to be bullish, I'd like it to come back down and then do this, something like that. But we'll see, right? We need to start making plans. Now, the key is, you're from Ladypool roadsides, bruv. Like, I used to go to fucking Heavenly Desserts and when I was 16. Hello from a Christmas tree. A Christmas stopper. What's going on, brother? How you doing? 75 BP. So thank you for this answer, mate. So basically, people are expecting 5 or 50 or 100, 75 or 100, or we will dump either way. Should we short the market then? I'd say be patient. Today is a day we can actually take a trade. Tomorrow is a day we take it fucking easy, right? Actually, you know what? Let's do Forex Calendar. Let's see what's going on in Forex Calendar. Forex Calendar. Today we've got CPI for the Aussie. FOMC statements at 7 o'clock, so we're going to be a bit careful. See how that goes. Federal funds rate FOMC press conference is tomorrow as well. Is today. No, sorry, that's Wednesday. With Tuesday, CB consumer confidence is today at 3 o'clock, so we're going to have some impact as well. I don't think it's going to be major, but the big one really is FOMC, 7 o'clock. So it's a very tricky, tomorrow's going to be a tricky day really. And then after that, we've got advanced GDP. GDP is, which Nick was talking about as well briefly. That's on Thursday. And on Friday, we got course PCI price index as well. So it's a big week really. The FOMC is a big one. And then GDP. So we'll see how it goes. We'll have to see how that works. So if you're going to trade, I said day trade and scalp trade. I wouldn't say to take a swing trade just yet. Right? And you can see, well, right now, let's do the BTC view. Right? We're finding resistance off this block. Right? Now, what is this block? On this 1 hour, if you guys recall, right, go back to like a couple of weeks ago, I was saying this is the high, let's send the market down, right? And obviously, if I were to come back to where we are, right, you can see this, right? All I've got here, from this high itself, resistance, we come up, smashed above it, support, did a deviation, resistance, okay? Come back up, hold it support, come back up, and we take out these highs, and all we've done is come back to retest this block. So this ideally, if that's an SR, right? If this, like, picture this block, right, as an SR, right? If that's an SR and that was a deviation, right, of to go a lot more lower, but in reality, we come back up. It's all choppy. It's all choppy, up, down, and then we come back up and we take out these highs. Bullish market structure. The market structure is still bullish, right? We can't disagree. If we lose this low here, I know we're far away. That's our 3K, but 3K in reality is not much. If we lose this low here, and it opens the gateways to go a lot more lower. In the meantime, we still play in the range over here. Okay, so the key is, right, if that was resistance, right, and it became a deviation, and it was resistance, and then it became a deviation. Now held a support. ideally this should hold a support, which is why I'm saying make or break. All right, so already we can see, fuck off. Already we can see that that's how the support. Happy days, all good, nothing to worry about. Would I long? No, I fucking wouldn't long. You can long, right, with the idea of, yeah, you know what, I'll have to place my stop loss over here. I have to place my stop loss there. Why? Because let's just break this down. We are actually, now if I were to remove this for a moment, right, because we don't need this, we got a new Monday's range. We can play on Monday's range, which someone kindly said, forgot who it was. So if I were to look down, you're welcome, Bebek, or thingy. Joe saying after this week no FMC to September, so should be able to get some momentum. Yeah, 100%. We should do September. Remember, BTC dumps. I think we get 75 BPS, dump to 20k, maybe shoot 19.6, and then attempt higher high. But if we see, the thing is, right, the key really comes down to if we lose this low here, right, this is bad. At 19k low is fucking bad. 19.6, because it could really, right, there's two things that can happen, right? It's literally this. Well, three things that can happen. This is a range band play, right? That was a deviation. That was a deviation. Clearly, this is a fucking deviation because we step back into the range, right? So we can clearly say that it's stepping back. If we lose this mid range, right, then we can go play it back to level 1, level 2, well, monthly open, and then this one, level 3. And if it comes back down and whatever, that'll be another deviation, and which means the price has literally just been consolidating here for fucking God knows how long. It's just a consolidation. All this was just a deviation. It was a fake out. Could this be the lower high? You know, could this be the lower high on the macro? It could well be. It could well fucking be. We all wanted 26k, 28k, but my gut feeling is we'll go to 12k. I think we shit the bed really hard. That's what my feeling is. I've got no proof of that to say that we're gonna go to 12k. So don't take my word for it. But we have to keep in mind if it's gonna go to 12k, fucking we're gonna smack and we've got to play the short game. All right, it's really really simple. Okay, simple in what way? You find resistance. Like look. We found resistance here. That was a swing trade. I did say it's a swing trade all the way here. Target 1, like target 1 will be there. Target 2, then target 3, and then X, Y, and Z. And all that was just a massive deviation. But looking at at how we're reacting, like Bitcoin has come out at a make or break point. If I was saying that if I was going to go long, I had to place my stop over here. All right. Let me explain my thesis on why I'm going to place my stop there. Right. So. Like I say to you, I always say to you that we play the game like a range band environment, right? Everything's always a range band environment. In what way? We play high to mid, then from mid we play to low. That's all it is. Two separate trades, right? You can play one single trade all the way back down and see how we react. So if you react like I'm showing bullishness, cut the trade. If we react back down and find bearishness, that's an opportunity to compound, okay? Because then you can bring your stops lower over here, or whatever the deviation was here, you can bring your stops there. That makes sense? Now, the make or break thing is, right, because we can go long here. We can go long here. It's a plausible idea because we're just at the mid-range. It is Monday's lows around, well, Monday's lows at mid-range. I have to place my stop over here. Yeah? Can you guys see that? Let me just widen this over here. There we go. The reason why I place my stop is here, right? You see this low here, this area consolidation, right? Why is this going so thick? There we go. This area of consolidation right here, right, has shown to be some sort of. Let's do that one. Yeah, it's right here. That's it. This area has shown to be some sort of a bounce here. Look at this low here, right? This is the low, right, that we broke above the mid range. Come back for a retest. Come back up and we just kiss it, you know, like a fucking kiss. You know when you're gonna see your girl and like well, not you can see her, you're gonna leave your girl in the morning to go to work and she just wants a kiss and you're like, oh fucking I just can't be bothered, man, it's early fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, and you just give a quick peck. That's what he did, man. You just gave a quick peck to your girl and off we go to mid-range, broke above and carry on. So naturally speaking, right, oops, fucking hell, I can't do this control Y thing. Why it's not working? Never mind, I'll do it again. So naturally speaking, which is why I was saying I like price to come back down, dip into this area. If it holds the mid-range, this, right, this could be my long. This is a confirmation for my long. I'll still keep my stop loss here. I'll still keep my stop loss there. And then we're playing it target 1 and target 2. Does that make sense? That's the long scenario we're just talking about. If that's what's going to be this long scenario. That's on the 1 hour. I know it's a bit wider, X, Y, and Z. How much leverage do you use to trade? Okay, if it's not 125x, I use 10x. Depends. If I'm scalping, probably use about 50x. Sorry about that. If I'm scalping, 50x. If I'm gonna like day trade or something like that, 10x. I like to keep it 10x because I don't really give a shit. End of the day, I got capital. When you have capital, you just manage the risk in it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I do is I trade on 2.5% of my portfolio when I'm day trading. When I'm scalping, sometimes I do 2.5%, which is stupid. But when I'm confident and I know like, yeah, this scalp is going for it, I know I'm right, and then I go 2.5%. Otherwise, I use like 1.25%, like half my risk on scalps. And so when I make a 2-hour trade, like if I risk like $1,000, right? No, sorry, like I normally risk $1,000 for example, and I risk $500 on this for this one, make a 2-hour trade, I made £1,000. So I've done that. I think it was yesterday. I did that in like 5-10 minutes. I made a 2.7-hour trade. Happy days. Moved on. To be honest, that was a 2.5% risk as well, which was a bit stupid. But anyways, that's how my chart looks like. But I've got to be honest, I don't trust anything right now. Pirate, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look fucking good. We could do this, right? And we could do this, or we could lose it. If we lose it, off we go. So, looking at the long scenario now, that's what it is. Now, let's just say that's the pullback scenario, and let's just say that it doesn't give us the pullback that we're looking for. How do we enter the trade tank, right? Let's go on the 15 minutes, and let's have a look at what's going on, right? We're gonna find a little range that's price is playing, right? Really keep it nice and sweet, nice. We're gonna focus on just small areas, right? Nothing too crazy, and look for little places of movements here. We've got Monday's range actually. Let's just draw in Monday's range. Today's the 26th. Yesterday's 25th. So we got all this high over here. 25th was that's 24th. Oh, that's 1 o'clock. 1:30. Fucking hell, where the fuck is fucking Monday's high? That's 1 o'clock. 1:30 there. That's the high. And the low was that was a low. So we now got Monday's range. I'm gonna make this blue so I know I'm talking about and you guys understand. Blue is Monday's range. That's the daily range. Okay. Can you please increase the volume of the mic? Barely can hear you. Sorry about that. Let me come close actually. Is that better? Bearish pennant forming at the moment. You guys do 50x and how much capital? I don't know, man. I wonder. I hope you're not using too much capital there. But yeah, you might need to Lupu. You might need to increase the volume on your phone or something or your computer maybe. But I will come closer to the mic then. Okay. I do apologize for that. So yeah. So we got Monday's range. Now we also know that we are forming a range over here. Okay. Can you guys see this right? We're going to focus on Monday's range to mid-range. I don't give a shit about anything. Well, Monday's range low, and then we're going to focus up to here. We're going to see how this works out. So all I'm doing is, I'll see this low here. I'll see this high here. There we go. All right. And the mid-range is approximately, I think it's about here. Yeah, that looks like the mid-range. You can see it's capped as well. And later range bound, if you want to scalp, you can scalp trade this range bound environment. To be honest, scalp from here, do a range bound environment from here to there, look for the mid to low, right? That's what I'll be looking for. Is it not correct? Let me have a look. You know what? You might be right, David. Let me before I actually get this wrong, I should have just done it on the daily. Yeah, it's not right. You're absolutely not right. You're absolutely right there. Monday's range is actually this. Fucking dumbass. 15 minutes. Thank you for that, David. Ah, shit. Look what's happening there. We're actually finding resistance on Monday's range. 1 second. No, I do have to apologize because in the day, right, it's like if you guys are struggling, you guys are coming here to actually check me out, and I don't want you guys to actually be like, I'm not understanding shit, number one, and number two, I can't hear this motherfucker. What's the point being here? You know, like you guys are watching me for a reason, so I want to make this as easy and clear as possible for you guys. So, you know, like if you guys are having any problems, and there's no buzz, listen, no buzz, I fixed it. Hopefully there's no buzz. Sorry, and I was asking, thanks. Something I really struggle with is dealing with stop runs. Like even in this tight range we're in, you've got that wick down to 28.50. Stop runs are there to actually. I mean, the volume is good. Low silence, yeah. Okay, finish smoking now. Yeah. So, and I was asking a question about stop runs, right? So literally, is this right? So, like I was saying, right? Let me just fucking get this up there, right? It makes a lot more sense now. Now, stop runs is a tricky motherfucker. I use this low here for that range, and I will use this high here for this range over here. Okay, we've got a set of stop runs. When you have a stop run over here, for example, right? So let's say that you were, if you were, well, you wouldn't enter a long right here because you would have known that's the low. You would already mark this out because that's the absolute low that went down, right? So I wouldn't enter along there. So I'd wait for the stop run. So let's just say it's in the 15 minutes. Let's go on the 1 minute. The 1 minute makes more sense. Let me delete all this. 1 minute. You know what? I'll go on the 3 minutes. It's otherwise you guys can get confused, right? So just focusing on this range. So this is the low, and that was the high over here. Okay, and you can clearly see that how this is price is working out. So I wouldn't have entered a long over here. I would have waited for establishment. Sometimes, right, the key really is. So, and I was asking a problem, like he's having an issue with dealing with stop runs. No problem, right? What I'd say is let it establish its range. Now that I found its range over here and over here, right? Like, like I know this low here means something and this high means something there. I would have and start playing it over here, right? Don't start entering straight away. When we have a low, let it consolidate. Patience is the fucking key. It really is. When you have patience and like, you know, when you take your time and you slow it down, you can understand what's going on. So look, I woke up at 7:30, right? Like at 7:30 around this time, around here. Right? If I were to look at my chart now, I can start seeing that, okay, can I have a range and play it here? If I woke up over here, right, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, right, this according to this chart, I would have drawn this low here. I'm like, is this a range high here, right? And I can literally play this range bound environment off this. You can see it from there. And I know that's a high, it's a deviation. I would play it from this high, going to mid-range, back to range low. And that's it. Simple as that. Obviously, we have a stop run, massive dirty stop run. And I know and he makes this high over here. Now I know we've got a more of a clear range bound environment. We have a much more clear range bound environment. This is a high which is causing resistance there. Which means if we were to be bullish, if we get back above it, hold above this, get into the Monday's low, remember this Monday's low, that's my confirmation. We step back into the range on Monday's range, and we're like, what the fuck are you doing back in the range? You're playing it range to range. Does that make sense? So when you have stop run, I got stop run 2 days ago, right? I had a short on ETH, I got stop run, what can you do? But then I took the BTC trade because it was a lot more clear. Does that make a bit of sense? So you just gotta pause for a second, don't enter in aggressively when like unnecessarily. The key really comes down to you being patient, fucking chilling the fuck out, and just watching it, right? There's no harm. I haven't taken a trade. I mean, I was on short. I cut my shorts. I don't know where I cut my shorts. Probably around here. Not cut my shorts. I've taken 50% of the profit over here. I've got 50% running. Now, if he reclaims and does this, I'm cutting the rest of the trade. I know I made a solid, good move, and that's it. But if it breaks down below, then I'm like, yeah, fucking carry on. Let's go to range low. I'll take my next set of targets there and see how we react on this area here. So it's literally just being patient. I mean, I could be aggressive right now and cut the whole trade here, but what if it does this? I missed all this fucking move over here. So really the key is taking your fucking time. You really gotta take your time, right? And obviously we come to low, we come to high, come to the high there. This is a stop run there. I would have said that if I were to take a trade from here, right? That was this high here, we didn't reclaim this high here. We actually wicked into it and closed within the range. That's an immediate play for me to actually come and take a stop loss there, playing to the mid range, looking for range low. And look what happened. Well, we come into this area here, and once we reclaim and hold above it, so once we close, so like see this low here, that held a support, right? Held a support 1, 3, 6, 9 minutes, 12 minutes. I'll just cut it over here, and then I'm like, all right. So I made this move from. So I would, like for example, if I would take a trade, it would have been something like this. Long short position, short here, Stop loss over here. Stop loss there. And then I'd cut the rest of the trade around probably here. Still a 2.4 hour trade, a 2.3 hour trade. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta cut it. And even if it comes back down, it doesn't matter. I know that all I'm waiting for, like for me, the patient game is this, is that all I'm doing now is, let me delete this shit. Now, I'm expecting it to go back to range high. Now all I'm doing is literally waiting for which side he wants to go. Does he want to go into, oops, that's better. Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, does it want to go back to range low and hold above it, and then I can play it back into this area, to this area, mid range, and then playing it to this target there. Well, really, I'd look over here to be honest as well. Or do we break below and come to this area and come back down here? That's more of how I play a range bound environment. It's a very patient game. You just gotta let the price do the talking, because you have to remember, we are not gonna move the market. We are just gonna play the scraps. The scraps is literally, if you're playing a range bound environment, you're playing from like fucking. Let's do this, right? I'm gonna probably do it like that. I think the sensible thing is using a range of this block. Remember the block I showed you in the beginning, early on? And look what's happened. That is a range bound environment right there. Let's delete this for a second. And that, I think that makes it a little more clear. So if I were to enter a trade right now, so you see this area, this high here, right? All this area. Look what we found. Resistance is a short to me. I'll take a short right now. Okay, let's do it now. Actually, I'm gonna take a trade just for a live trade on the 1 minute. I'll do a scalp for you guys. All right, fuck it, let's do it. No, Control Y. Delete this. I'm just gonna show you how it works out as a range bound environment. Right there. I missed the trader. This would have been a perfect entry. I could enter a trade here with a stop loss there. I'm wrong here. Hard stop invalidation will be there. I'm just trying to work this out. 1 second, guys. This is where like you're now watching how my mind works on the 1 minute. So if I delete this for a second and let me just go on this. I want to draw this out over here. That way I can actually move this without a fucking problem. I think I missed it, to be honest. One more dip. Fucking hell, I missed it. I'm not gonna enter now because it's close to 75% of the range. But you can see, you guys can see how one person would enter this move, because look, deviation, right? Like it's obviously got a stop run there. And then we start making lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You know what I'm saying? So if I were to enter a trade now, right, I now need to see price come back into this area here. Let's have a look. Where are we looking at? Price comes into this area here. I'll enter a trade. Watch it comes back up. Maybe it might kiss into this one. I enter the trade. I put a stop loss over here now. That's aggressive. Like I said, hard. The real stop loss I'll play really is here. But so let's have a look. If I can take a trade now, I'll take a fucking trade right now in front of you guys. I'm smoking a blunt for you. Fucking sick guy. Rather wait for it to re-enter Monday's range before going. Yeah, Nick's right. If you got Monday's range, just wait for Monday's range. Don't enter in just aggressively. For longs, I wouldn't long anything just yet. Scalps and day trades really is the key right now. Could you point out where you'd short the first range and put stop loss? What is your trigger? Thank the scalp slay. Like, can you be sure on confirmation? The amount of times I watch the trade go past confirmation point only to come back down to below confirmation. What? Lone Wolf, can you explain that again? So yes, how can you be sure on confirmation the amount of times I watch the trade go past the confirmation point only to come back down to below confirmation? Yeah. So like sometimes, right? Sometimes you get a trade and like let's say for example, right? Let's just do this for example, right? My confirmation if I want to short, right, will be a breakdown of this. Let me just draw a line. So you see this low here. Fuck off. So see this low here? That's not right. It's right here. See this low here? You can see that's caused a bit of an issue, right? Well, you can say that's resistance, We've got back up, support, support, support. My confirmation is this now. If I wanted to enter a trade, right? I still want to enter the trade, targeting, you know, going down for these liquidity here and this liquidity. I mean, do we have a trend line here actually? This trend line here. No, I want to use that. I want to use this. Yeah, it's bearish already. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, we know that this is quite bearish already. Trend line is broken, right? We're going to go a lot more lower. I do think we take this one. I want to enter the trade right now, actually, for the sake of it. I'm in. Oh, here we go. Shit. All right, so I'm in the trade already. I'm going to show you where my entry was. It was just short position. It's about here. Let me take off the magnet. About here, right? My stop loss over here. I'm looking to take out these liquidity here, probably over there. That's 1.5 hour trade. It's a scalp. And that's your confirmation. Answering the question that the brother asked, right? Lone Wolf. 1 minute, I've got to make some stop. Yo, Pyro, I am actually freaking going through the comments. I am. Right, so this is where I'm going to enter. There's liquidity all here. So I'm just going to break this down. This is liquidity here. I think I'll stop around here. So I've entered the short there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the confirmation. So who was it? No, it was Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf asked about the confirmation. You see this candle here? We smashed below this SR. That's confirmation enough. If we get a retest, right? I mean, that's for me enough to say, yeah, I can enter a trade. It's a clear. I mean, I entered it quicker, but I was quite confident that I was gonna go lower. But if you were to enter over here, right, like I did, you know your stop loss. I mean, I've put my stop loss over here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong by much, to be honest. I think we're good. So I'm going to enter over here. The moment that we have the confirmation, right, could really be this, right? So you see how you got this SR level? The moment we have this candle that closes below here, we shouldn't actually close below it unless it's a deviation. If it's a deviation and comes back up, then I look to cut the trade, but I'm still looking for shorts. So I'm happy to enter the shorts. So happy, all good. Now, you can enter here like I did with a stop loss there. Or you can be a bit patient and see that if we can get a retest and break, and once it retests, that'll be entry there, the same stop loss there. Now, I'm quite happy to actually not, just take the trade right now because I entered it quite aggressively, and I was quite happy. Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, on go. Yes, I will do so. One second, one moment. Give me a moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My electrician came down. Mad. So much shit here. Never mind. Yeah. So look, it's coming back. It looks like. So I was saying you can enter here, right? And that's for me. This is enough of a confirmation because that smash below that candle should have been a wick. If it was to be, if this was supposed to be hold of support, we shouldn't lose this area here. Now, price can come back in and retest, and that'll be a confirmation to enter. Or you can just use this candle alone as a confirmation. But if price comes back in and holds support, then I look to cut the trade. But I'm bearish because this is range higher. We come back there and we're showing lower highs all the way through. I think we go back down. I think we go a lot more down. So I'm in the scalp trade now. I need to fucking monitor this now. So what's everyone saying? Let's have a look. So Nick's saying, so if you miss the scalp from the top to the mid range, don't jump in close to 75%. Rather wait for the mid range to give a reaction. Yeah, 100%. So if I was scalping, right? Look here. Look at this. This is price action there. I'll delete all this now. So look at all this price action here. We've got from high, right? So obviously you can already tell on the 1 minute, right? This is the high. Oh, fuck off. I need to go back down now. Yeah, there we go. Right. This is the high. Fuck off, man. This is the high. This is the mid. And this is the low, right? And price literally has a high to low. It really did. That's the low. To high. And then back to the mid range. Would I enter a short? Not yet. If I want to enter a short, I want this to break down and come back down. And I enter the short going down to this area here. Because mid-range can always be, I always take profit at mid-range. Why? Because look at this reaction here. We bounce up. Look at this reaction here. We bounce up. So I'd always take profits here at the mid-range. Always, always, always. I wouldn't mess about with it. I would always take the mid-range. And if it comes back up, look, it's choppy at the 75%. We have to say, where's the magnet in price? The magnet in price is always going to be the range high. So if you're above the mid-range, right? If you're above the mid-range, the more likely magnet in price is range high. If you're below the mid-range, the more magnet in the likeliness of price going down is to range low. So I wouldn't take longs and shorts at 75 or 25% of the range. I'll just be patient. Does that make a bit of sense there, guys? So the right way says, does this second trend line system on do this two trend line system on ETH if it is giving the, what do you mean right way? Explain it to me. Let's see if it's going down, bro. Yeah. Got the same short on my entry 1418. Let's hope you guys well. So closed candle you need to look for. Yeah. Closed candle is so look, closed candle, right, gives us an idea that yeah, we're gonna go down, right? So we're gonna go down. Bam, you know, can you I'm gonna bring my stop loss down now. $21,160. Cool, that's fine. Yeah, so closed candle gives us an idea, but always remember, right, if this was like what was it this low here? I think it's this low. No, it wasn't that. I had the low. I think it was this. Yeah, closed candle gives us an idea, right? Because look, we got resistance, and so on. This gives us an idea, but at the same time, you always have to be aware that price can come back into it and hold a support, and that was just a deviation of the SR. So it's probability wise, but like I said, the whole story is all about story. What is the story telling you? The storytelling is telling us from high to 75% to 25 to mid range. The mid range, once we do whatever we want to do, gets back below it, then fine, let's go to 25% and then range low. Does that make sense? So and that's what's so powerful about this fucking range. This range tells you every motherfucking shit you need. You don't need nothing else but a fucking goddamn range. You can master ranges, trust me, you're a king, fam. Don't know if did anyone jump in with the trade with me right now on the scalp on the 1 minute? Let me have a look at the 30 seconds actually. This is where I get a bit too fucking anal now. This is when you're like, yo, fucking dang, chill out. Okay. Alright, let me just delete this. I'm going to support this. Block right here. I think we come back up to retest it possibly. That SR. I think we come back to retest the SR. Liquidity is all resting over here. Just draw this out over here. It's all liquidity right here. That's an SR right there. That's an so range bound environment on here. Sorry, I'm actually talking to myself a little bit, but talking aloud so you guys can hear. Range bound environment. So now we're back into this range. Got to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing back in this range bound resistance. Coming down, mid range is around here. Need to lose this area. Lose this. Off we go. Target one. Then from there, do we hold above it and go back up? That's another question we need to ask. Or do we do something like this? If we do something like this, happy days, let's fucking go. But we got the 25% or 75% of the range that should be acting as some sort of resistance. Is there any confluence I can see that will help me there? Yeah, there's a SR I think I see right here. Let me pop this out there. Alright, cool. We're finding some resistance there. As you can see, the SR support over here, resistance, resistance, deviation, deviation, resistance, 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 and it gets choppy over here as it grinds upwards, right? And then, so if that's an SR, right, this should act, and this was a deviation, come back up. We found resistance over here, which should set off. Mid range is approximately around here, and that's where it's found support of the mid range. And there's liquidity over here, it's taking that liquidity on there. Now we're gonna take that liquidity over here. You're welcome, Nick. Mike, you're more than welcome. No, I didn't jump. Need to still deploy capital. Appreciate that thingy. The Lone Wolf. Vivian's missed it, unfortunately. It's alright. And to the 21105. Which is basically where I am. Fair play. I'm short TRB. I think I've short everything, man. Here we go. Fucking liquidity does take these motherfuckers out. You see how calm I am? I'm fucking got ice in my fucking veins. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Just chilled. Let's have a look. I'm gonna chill out and just watch this. I should be doing the BTC View and shit like that, but we're gonna have to do that next, right? But we're gonna have to skim past it quite quickly now. Let's go. Let's go, motherfuckers. Fucking. If we lose this level over here, right? Sorry about the noise. It's my build. It's my electrician in it. If we lose this level over here, I'll bring my stop loss down, and I'm looking to bring over here. At the moment, my stop loss is here. No, sorry. My stop loss is yeah, it's there. It's there. Yeah. What's everyone say? I can chill out, actually. I can chill out and just... you guys ain't got any questions, man? On this scalp and shit. Deviating the BTCs back to zero exchange. The thought process and explanation during live trades. It's fire. Appreciate that, man. No, I'm still long scalp, blah, blah, from mid-range. First TP hit 75%. Okay, sweet GP. Soul was fucking peng, though. I posted a chart on Twitter about Soul in it. I don't know if you guys saw it. I can actually... zoom off that for a second. I'm gonna leave these. Oh shit. Gotta find resistance though. At least off this here. I want this to break down. Find resistance on this. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I can actually look. Okay, so we're close below it. That's fine. Let me look at Soul. I don't know if you guys got into Soul. Right, fucking Soul was a banger of a fucking trade. Actually, I literally said this to on Twitter, and people got a bit of hate and shit like that. I didn't really give a shit about that. I literally entered in right on Soul around here. No, it was up here. I had a stop loss over here, and this trade itself, you look at it, and I was saying that it would break below it here, come back, retest, and off we go. And what happened was, you see this close over here. This is a block, right? This is a block from this 1 hour, right? So 1 hour candle that give me a block. Resistance, resistance, got up, resistance. Once we break out this high over here, right? Once we break out this high here, it became support, then support, then support. But the fact that we close back below here, I'm like, all right, then it's over. Now I'm looking for the 75% to actually come back in, find resistance. If this does here, I'll compound here. So what I did, right, because I knew this was a close over here, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. It got to 75%, and it did the stop run, right? This is when I had the short on ETH. I had the short on ETH, and I got lost. So I entered the Solana trade around here with a stop loss over here. I made it a bit wider, just to give me a bit of breathing space, and already it's just fucking turned over. So if you look at it this way, what is the trade on this at the moment? I haven't taken any profits on it yet. Short position, it's about, let's say the blue box, I don't give a shit. Stop loss over here. I'm already up at the moment, a fucking 2R, so happy days. That was a swing trade, so I went in 5% on that. So again, if I'm risking, if 5% for me is 2 grand, I'm already up 2 R's, that's 4 grand there. You know how it works, pretty easy. Let's focus back onto here, because I need to monitor this trade now. Yeah, come on, man. Take off this fucking liquidity. One second. Let's see what everyone's saying. More of these live scouts, bro. I love it. Appreciate it, Mafia. I've loved hearing your thought process. Appreciate that at most. 21005 included. What do you think about Elrond? You know what? In reality, the crypto market projects are all gonna shit the bed. That's the fact. They're all gonna shit the bed. Especially Wednesday will be clear. If BTC is turning over, if ETH is gonna turn over, and I think everything shits the bed hard. I'm also, do you use Delta Exchange for your trades? Yeah, I actually use it right now. Currently, I'm trying to work on another project, another company's interested in me actually. But we'll see what it is. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so far Delta Exchange. So I really appreciate that if you signed up to it as well. My link to referral is actually down below in the description, so you just check it out there. What leverage was good for swing trades? Look, honestly, it comes down to what you're risking in it. 1 second. Do you know what? I'm going to put my TP over here. So price came into this area here, right? Where the fuck is it? Where the price came into here? It bounced in this area. So I'll say TP will be here now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll say TP. I'll probably move my TP. Yeah. Could we go to range low? I don't know. We'll see. I'm quite confident on this. I'm that confident I'm gonna leave the scalp to open. If it stops me out, it stops me out. But you guys understand it. The noise is my electrician doing work upstairs. Apologize for that. Apologies for that. But I'm getting the whole house renovated. Yo, there's 100 people here. Smash the fucking likes, right? Because we got 100 people here. I'm gonna stick with this trade. I'm gonna run this scalp trade so you guys can understand what's going on. So now look, price is coming back up in it. Right? Now we need to dive into this and understand what the fuck's going on, right? So price has literally defined resistance of this. Yeah, it found support of this, okay? So it's now it's found support of here, right? I don't range bound environment there. Which essentially means that we could come back into this area here. Back into this entry. We could, I think we, because you can see the cap of the market. So yeah, we've got deviations of it. Oops. Yeah, price could come back into here, break down, and then that would be another opportunity to play back to this range over here, lose this level, come back down over here. There's liquidity all resting here, which is making me think we gotta take this out, man. I don't see why we don't. The mid range of that is approximately, let's have a look, about here. Yeah, so we're finding resistance in the mid range approximately. So let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Appreciate that. 1 inch looks juicy and everything. I gotta start looking at a bunch of alts. How much did you put in that trade? Oh, what, this one here? I risked what, 1.25% on this one. So yeah. Let's have a look. Another 30 seconds. Get stopped out. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. Come on, man. Break down, bruv. You got 4 seconds to close below it. 2, 1. Bastard. Yeah, I knew it. Okay. So this could be the retest. I have to wait for this 14 seconds to close. There we go. 12, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. That's it. See, remember I told you about the retest? There we go. Now we should sell off. So range bound environment over here. This is all a range bound environment. Come back in there's resistance. We should set off the mid range, break down, range low, looking at take out this liquidity, and then we fucking set off over here. That's what I'm looking for. So I could be wrong. Right? Nothing is right until I take TP. For anyone, for you guys and for myself. That's it. Does your electrician short? My electrician doesn't trade at all. He's interested in it. He's been here a few times and he's like, dude, what do you do in it? I'm like, I just sit around looking at candles and shit. he's like, brother, what do you mean you sit around looking at candles? I'm like, this is candles, isn't it? And I told him, there we go, mid range. See, that's a scalp within a scalp. Here we go. Come on. Ice like motherfucking blood, man. Blood like motherfucking ice. I'm so chilled. You don't see me stressing. And that's the thing is, you've got to be calm and chilled. I'm literally scalping and I'm talking to you guys, responding to your messages while in a trade. The fuck is wrong with me, man? That's some fucking cold. That's some cold shit there. How much do you remove from your trading account when you? It depends though. Like for example, like there was one week I made like a 14-hour trade. So again, for example, I'm not saying this is at a risk of $1,000. If I risk $1,000 and I made 14 grand, right, and I made 14, that's 14 grand in a week. I like to take the 14 grand out. Like to you, I take the 14 grand out, then I know that that's more than enough for me to survive for the month. So if I have a shitty week for the rest of the week or for the rest of the month, then I know I got that 14 grand to survive off. But then I gotta focus on preserving my capital. Does that make sense? So 250k BTC, but Shakib, you are fucking. I don't know if you're a high fan, but good luck with that. The Iceman coming. Made 6% in this scalp plans, but you're welcome, Mafia. That's what I like to hear, man. People making money off me in it. Well, not off me, but off the market from like my reading and stuff like that. But this will be a good thing for you guys to go back in time, right, and watch this video and just check it out. Check out how my thought process is, the breakdown of it. Because look, when you break it down, it's really simple. All you gotta do is find the range, okay? You find the range and then start understanding what the market structure is saying. Is it lower highs, lower lows, right? Or is it higher highs, higher lows? What's going on, right? And once you have the understanding, right, then you just play it level to level. You have your SRs in there. You find out where your entry is. You look for your blocks in X, Y, and Z. What is price is trying to say? Where the magnet in price? Put the whole shit together. You just relax and you just take the trade. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now I could actually bring my stop loss tighter. In all honesty, I won't bring my stop loss tighter. So for me now is that once we break down this level here, right? Do this. Once we do something like that, then I'll bring my stop loss probably around here. I won't compound on the scalp. This is like, well, I'm live in it, so I won't compound because I'm trying to talk to you. Normally, I'm probably trying to scalp a little bit more, trying to expand it, but you know how it is. Now the question is, right, like, you know, you got all these traders out there, right? How many of them actually trade in real life? Like, will do a live trading? It seems like you guys are enjoying this stuff. But when the scalp is in play, I will enter a scalp. See, look here, price action wise, right? Price action is really simple now, right? We've established SRs. This SR, right? So here, it's kind of moved a little bit. This SR has established itself, right? We know this is the mid range, and you can see that price has come back into the range, come back into this, come back to this range, come from the low, come back to the high, come back to the mid, lost the mid, found resistance, and this magnet price is here. So I know I'm comfortable to say, yeah, I'm good. If we reclaim here, do this, then I'll probably look to cut the trade and say, you know what, it's probably not ready, and go a lot more higher. But yeah, how do people actually fucking these traders that you know on Twitter and stuff like that who actually do this real life? Are the blue lines fibs? Yeah, the blue lines all fibs. That's the range I'm playing in, like with the consolidation of price we're playing in. Live every day, even it was noisy. Support here. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that, man. Fuck, man. Come on. 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. We'll close below it. That's good. We should sit down. We should go down to range low. This is on 30 seconds, by the way. Since we got a retest of that SR, why don't you put a stop loss to entry? The reason why is because this could be a range bound environment here. We could range over here. So if I put my stop loss over here, it could stop me out. And I'm like, I didn't make any gains. I'd rather take a tiny loss if we come back up. If we come and reclaim this level, then I look at potentially cutting the trade. But because I'm bringing my stop loss tighter and tighter in it. So that's why I look to cut the trade. If I wasn't bringing my stop loss tighter, here we go. Here we motherfucking go. Come on. Come on. 18 seconds. Let's close below it. 18 seconds. Close below this fucking low. 11. 10. There we go. Off we go. Not a bad day's work though, you know, if you ask me. Yeah, a reclaim would be a close above. The late adopters live streaming each and every day, every trade in that one portfolio. Fucking wait. I need to check out this guy. I smoke a lot because when I trade, it calms me down. You know what I'm saying? Got some water here, man. Let me have some water. Nick came for thingy. For education, left with the gains. Appreciate that, man. Marco got an entry on the retest. Good man. Drinks on me. Bless you, bro. How did you start learning how to trade? So the story about me, I entered crypto in 2017. Made a lot of gains in 2017. 2018 lost everything. Came across Saeed, Trader SC. Came across him and started studying under him. Literally spent years and years and years, man. So what you see now is the product of hard work. It really is come down to hard work. You can do whatever you want to do, right? Step back in the range. Gotta wait 30 seconds. Come on, close with that, man. Why? Okay, so what are you blocking off? Sorry, I had to focus for one moment there. What are you testing? What are you testing? So you close over here. Step back into the range. It's a deviation, bastard. 10 seconds to close and there'll be a deviation. It's grinding slowly. It's grinding slowly. That's the problem. So we gotta fucking taking out the stops over here. Yeah, it's back into a deviation. I want to find that mid-range to find resistance. So it's taking out all the stops over here. There's all liquidity in this area here. So you can see there's liquidity over here. So taking out the liquidity out there, and now step back into the range. Now I want to find resistance up here. Potentially pull back here, break down. That's why I don't bring my stop loss to break even, because there are chances. Because I entered quite late. If I had entered around like here or around here, I would have brought a break even. I would have been comfortable to do so. 22 seconds. Come on, fucking don't below it, man. Would you long the bottom of the range? You mean the blue line range? This is the mid range here, so I'm looking for targets over here, and taking out liquidity in this area here. How much of an R is it right now? I just need to know how much of an R it is right now. Half an R. It's not worth taking profits right now. Come on, man. Just come back in. Come out. Just come back down here. That's what I need you to do. Lose this level and fucking let's go. So it's finding support off the range low, which means probability is now going to this area here. Would you long the bottom of the range? I mean, look, the bottom of the range is over here. That's the bottom of the range. So if we come down, break down, and do something like that, come back to range low, and it does something like this and holds above it, yeah, I'll look to long it back to level 1 and level 2. I don't see why not. So, but it has to do something like that. So let's go back into where we are. Where's the fucking, I need to find this. Come on. I could scalp all day, to be honest, well, but it'd probably be boring, isn't it? Anyone got any questions? Any questions there? Should I dump it? Yeah, pirate, dump it for me. So not moving stop loss. My stop loss is over here. It's at the top. Over here. That's where my stop loss is at the moment. The reason why, because we can come back and retest this area and then find resistance and break down. This trade is being a bit long, isn't it? Yeah, see, I told you. So once we find a reclaim, target was there, mid-range. You see how simple this SR works, and you can use it as a range. And if he reclaims it, it will be back to this. Then he can just keep doing this for however long he wants to do. But I want to find this 75% as resistance. It has to. So I want it to break down. Come on, man. Pirate, sort something out. Or he dumped the long candle. Appreciate that. Alright then, you know what I'm going to do in the meantime? Alright, I'm quite confident with this. I'm going to leave the trade going on. If it starts me out, it starts me out. Right? But you guys understand. We need to actually get the fucking... Do you guys want me to do the BTC View? And the day trades and plans and stuff like that? Or do you want me to actually just stick with this trading, with this live trading right now? Because I can do both. I can leave this running. And then I'm quite happy to be stopped out. It doesn't really bother me that much. Because I know I'm wrong over here now, or do you guys want me to actually just stay? Yeah, what do you guys want? Do you guys want me to do the BTC View where we're looking to go and how we're gonna play this game today, or do you want me to just stick with this day trade? So this scalp trade. See how we stay here. I would like to stay with the trade. Marco says that must stay here. Ken says the scalp. Can you show what break and hold means for you like the little squiggles? I'm like, Joel P, what's happening, bro? Is we're all taking a fucking scalp here as a community. That's what we're doing right now. So Nab's asking, can you show what break and hold means? So, like, for example, like, so we know this is an SR, right? So we've got an SR level here. If it were to break above, especially take out these highs here and come back as a retest, that's holding. And if it holds this level there, that's a reclaim of the SR. Market structure has shifted because look, that's the high, high, low. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This lower high should stay, right? It should cap the market on the downside, right? Now, if he does something like that, right, does this plan over here, I look to cut the trade because we can come back up and then do retest there. I mean, I know I'm wrong above here. I kept my stop loss on this area here just to give me a little bit of breathing space. Won't be a full 1R anyway. It'll probably be like a 0.8R, but if he reclaims this level there, this is when I start looking to cut the trade. Because why? We are looking to come back to range high approximately to this area here and this area here. Okay, so that's what I mean by a reclaim. I mean, a wick is one thing; it's not a problem. As long as we stay back into this range, it's not a problem, right? Then that's just a deviation of the range itself, of the range high. Does that make sense? The thought process behind the trade following is really interesting. Appreciate that, man. Cash plan. I think we got more views on the whole fucking what you call it, the scalp trade itself. Let me have a look at that. Draw this, draw that. Deviation. Okay. So now to tighten it, if we come back up and hold this, that's for me it's bullishness to go back up. But right now, this mid-range is holding as resistance. I need it to break down. So I'm going to go down on the 15 seconds, right? Just bear with me a second. I need to look at something, okay? Delete all this. or something. This shit. So yeah, like this is 15 seconds. A lot of candles here. So what I'm looking for right now, right, is seeing how the 15 seconds is reacting. So you see this line, right, I've got here, right? So you can see this, right? That's where price is being a bit of fuckery right now, right? At the same time, right, we got this low here. Is where it's getting a bit of fuckery there. So I want to see this low here to become as resistance. But it's being a bit of a fucked up one. Let me see. Falling. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to 30 seconds. We lost this low here. I think we still go lower. 15 seconds tells me we go lower. Why? Because you see this low here, this last 9 candle that's setting back up. We've lost that area. So this is now my focus now on the 15 seconds. Break it down, and that's it. We reclaim this. Not so good. Not a good idea. So I want to see us break down here. So now we'll just look at the 15 seconds. Do you trade any other pairs, bro? To be honest, right, you can trade anything. I'm on Sol short right now. I wish I took the Matic. Fuck now. I wish I took the Matic short. But I didn't take the Matic short. I'm in Sol short. I trade. Yeah, I can literally trade anything. There we go. Come on. I want a more of a cleaner smash. Come on, go lower. Don't wick into this shit. I want to. Don't like this that much, but I need this to go lower. See what I mean? I want this to go lower. Come on, man. Don't step back into this. Okay. Breakdown. Let's break down. Let me just have a look at this. Right. So let's have a look what we got here. Prices in here. Okay, so what we got here is support. Come back down. Close below it. Deviation. Deviation. Resistance. Deviation. Resistance. So this level here is key now. Like I said to you, why it was really important there. Break down. Fucking, that's what I need. That's okay, uncle. You carry on. You carry on. Oh, let me move that out to the side. Sorry about that. Matic short. I hate when it goes sideways. Yeah, it goes sideways. It is what it is. What can you do in it? You just gotta be a bit patient in it. See what I mean? I don't like this. 8 seconds. Okay. Not a fan of this at the moment. Idea is right, but probably it's going to take a little bit more longer than expected, to be honest. Just going to see some more stops here at the moment. Let me just draw that trend line. So yeah. Let me draw this trend line over here. Okay, so that's that there, and then we got this over here. Come on, man. This is a bit of a pain in the ass, ain't gonna lie to you. Let me just do this, right? Because now I need to give myself a reason to cut the trade if I have to cut the trade. So from this to that, that's what I'm looking for. Now I don't mind it coming back up there, but we need to find resistance, come back down and break down. That's what I'm looking for now. That trend line has to hold, and this 75% has to hold. Break above it, it's not a good idea. So like what I'm doing right now really is a couple of different styles. So I'm using styles of trend lines, using styles of ranges, using styles of blocks, all mixed into different kind of aspect to give me a reason why I should stay in the trade. Smash the likes if you guys are enjoying this as well. If you're learning something as well, I really appreciate that. Anything you guys got to say, just say it out here, man. And let's be open about it, you know what I'm saying? He's done playing. Pirate is done playing. So that guy 870. If the USA GDP report is leaked today or tomorrow, expect a huge pullback to cover debt. Anybody else listen to Tino's coverage of the US market opening? Appreciate that, Ken. So Nicholas said, can you talk briefly about Davidson, like do the day trades in it? Nicholas, can you talk briefly about how long you allowed the trade to ride out in terms of time? Like, do you have an expectation the price will react within a certain time frame, or just worry about the levels? I worry about levels. I don't worry about time. I think over time itself, right? You literally you start understanding how price reacts and what you're looking for. You have an understanding of how long the trade is going to be. Here we go. So there are certain moments you're like, if it like, for example, right, if it consolidates over here, right, and does this, that's not a good idea. For me, I'm like, probably cut the trade and come back after. If I miss the trade, I miss the trade. So, but there's certain things you understand over time, and you can see here, this is a compounding opportunity right here. You see that? That's a compounding opportunity. What happened here? You can see this. Support, 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 come back up, break down, resistance, and off we go. Come into the mid-range of that block, and off we go. And that's on the 15 seconds. So we should be good. We should be good. Probability-wise, there you go, I'm out. Yeah, probability-wise, we should be good. I'm going to mute it down a little bit, because I think the... if I speak like this, I think a bit too far away. Let me try. It's just the sound. I'm really sorry about the sound there. I'm going to speak a bit like this. Right, hopefully that helps out there. Taking a smoke break. See guy. So you see how right now we found resistance on it now? This should be good enough to break down now. We need to lose this low here. So we've got an SR. Now I start implementing my SRs. So you see this SR over here, right? This deviation, deviation, support, deviation, support. Now we need to look at the breaking this. Breaking this, I can actually compound and bring my stop loss to here. Playing it back to this area here. Does that make sense, sir? 1 inch. I'm running out a bit of time. Oh, fuck off, man. Stop doing this shit. It's so choppy. It's actually really choppy right now. Problem is, FOMC tomorrow is going to cause a bit of an issue as well, and that's why it's been a jerk. It's a complete fucking messed up situation there. So sorry, I bring the volume down. You see how we actually found resistance off the I'll bring it up here. That's better. So you guys can't. Do you guys hear the buzzing sound when he's cutting the saw? So you see how we found resistance on the trend line there. So happy days. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna draw that trend line again one more time. Say that. Yeah. Now I don't want to see it. I don't want to see if it reclaims here. That doesn't look good. We should break down. We should break down. because this is bearish. This is bearish resistance, and we are. Give it another 13 seconds. 12, 10. Just imagine this is the sound of a violin or a cello or a geezer. Really hope FMC meets up with SNR. Needs to break down, man. I don't know why the fuck it's taking so long. Give me a second. I gotta take this call. Okay, I'm gonna mute this for a second, right? Alright, I'm back. So let's have a look. What's the chat saying? Bro, this adult time. Yo, fucking stop doing that shit. Block you, motherfucker. Motherfucking adult time. Bro, like, porn's free. I don't want no adult dating sites. Bro, like, I am an adult dating site. Okay, sorry, let me bring this back up. There we go. The guy stops soaring there. So, yeah, you can see. Resistance. We should sell off. This is the key now. This is the SR we're looking for. Been a bit of a fucking long one, if you ask me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to get this adult site thing coming up all the time in it, and it's fucking taking long, but oh fuck. There we go. I want to speak a bit closer to the mic here and speak a bit louder, right? Can everyone understand what I'm saying? Just for short term until the guy stops soaring, alright? Fucking hell, man. It's just taking time, though, isn't it? Come on, fucking piece of shit. It was the only matter of time before the bots arrived here. Yeah. I think it's picking up, innit? There's traction on the channel at the moment. I mean, like, we had like 100 people. Now we've got 83. What's the likes on this, man? Yeah, you got 80 people there. We've got 83 likes. Smash this, man. Appreciate that. If you guys got any questions, do mention it. I can moderate at times. Bro, you know what? Fucking let's put you as a moderator, actually. I'm going to put a few people as moderators because you guys are always on it. Louder. Give me a second. So we got Pirate. You're going to be a moderator. Blue Rock. You requested it. Go for it. You're a moderator. Like, if you guys have anyone like the rule is, right, anyone wants to be a moderator, just tell me that comes on regularly. Like, the rule is like this. It's quite simple. So if you find someone that's talking shit, you can remove their comments or whatever. If you don't like someone for whatever reason, block them and kick them out. Yeah, honestly, like if they're talking shit and whatnot, being disrespectful, or even if you just don't like them for whatever reason, just block their fucking ass. Because at the end of the day, we're not here to actually, have a shitty ass community. We're trying to be respectful to one another. You know what I'm saying? Hunter as well. Nick, you know what? You're a good friend of mine, so I want to put you as a moderator. Where's Hunter? I can't find Hunter. You don't hit the like button there. Vegeta, that's true actually. Put you as a fucking moderator. Right, I think oh yeah, I'm gonna put David as well. Right. I'm not gonna put okay, that's it. That's it for now. There's a lot of moderators there. I don't need. Fuck off, man. Is it all that time looking at moderators is fucking come back up? You bastard. Fucking shoot down, you piece of shit. Oh man. Come down here as well. I missed this wick over here. The stop run to me, that's not good. The fact that I did a stop run here, I might have to cut the trade. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have to cut the trade. Because you see this? It's a stop run. Complete stop run. This is showing bullishness. Cut the trade now. Let me get that trend line again. Because it's moving as the fucking chart is going on, right? Yeah, cut the trade. Yeah, I cut the trade already. It's a very tiny scrap there. Didn't do exactly what I wanted. The fact that, like, see, that's the thing with scalping, right? Scalping, right, is literally, yeah, I'd cut it. Honestly, I've cut the trade myself. So like when you're scalping, you gotta give yourself a reason to cut the trade. And the fact that we're doing this, right, range banding over here has been choppy. It's so indecisive. Problem is FOMC. If it wasn't FOMC, what normally would happen is exactly what I would say. Do this, come back down here, find resistance, take out these lows there, probably bounce off there, come back into here, and then it bounce into this area here. That's what price action would have done. Probability wise would be really, really high because we're playing high to low. But I think what's going to happen is going to break out of this and then take this out, come back and retest this area here, this little area here, potentially this box here, and then shoot back down. I think that's what's going to happen now. Well, it is what it is. Made small gains. There's not much, but end of the day, you guys understand the concept of how I trade, right? Like you see how it is. Take care, Nick. But yeah. Anyway, let's do the fucking BTC outlook as well. We've done the fucking. If this goes down, I'm gonna be a bit annoyed. I am gonna be a little bit annoyed. But looking at this, I mean, you can see on the 15 seconds, your confirmation of your trade will be here. If you want to trade, come down there. I think it's gonna do it now. Fucking dickhead. But yeah, I've got to do this, and I've also got stuff to do as well. So I have to cut the trade quite early. Apologies for that. I wish it was a bigger gain for you guys to actually get excited about, but it is what it is. So yeah, the Solana trade, I did show that early on. But I'm gonna actually just do the outlook as well. So we talked about the run to go up as well in terms of BTC being bullish as well. There's not much to say, to be honest, as well. This to me could be bullish. How would I enter a bull zone over here? Will literally be, so quickly just a recap. This is a block, right? Resistance, come back up, and resistance. Once we come back up there, comes a support, off we go, and this could be a support, right? So if it was to be bullish, what I'll do is for it to hold above, reclaim, and go back to level 75%, range high, and then we'll see how that reacts there. We do have Monday's range. Monday's range is literally, oh yeah, and the reason why I was also bearish is because we're finding resistance on Monday's range. So if we were to be bullish, right, if we were to pick up Monday's come back into Monday's low, and then we need to start looking at price action wise. So you can literally use Monday's range to play its game, and literally as simple as this. So you got Monday's range, let it do its thing, right? If we lose this low, then we play lows, right? But if it comes back into Monday's range, right, for example, steps back into Monday's range and hold this, right, that's your, I mean, this will be a trigger, for example, right? We're playing it back from Monday's low to 25% of the range, right? So let it do its thing. That's target 1. And if we reclaim it, target 2, right? I say target 2 be range high, and see if we can target 3. That's it. Keep it as simple as that. If we hold above it and we go and take out these highs and then come back into retest it to range high, that'll be your next set of targets. That's how it is. At any moment, right, if price does this, breaks down, cut the trade, we're going to go a lot more lower. It's going to be a very tricky day today because FOMC is tomorrow. So I'd say be very, very cautious, okay? So if it comes back into this area, this is just a deviation of the range low. Does that make sense, sir? Now, bearish wise, right, I can't be bearish until we start losing this block here. So we've got this weekly range here. If price comes back down, finds resistance, and breaks down, this to me is my confirmation to play it back to take out these liquidities over here, and then playing it back to the 25% of the range. Got monthly open, right? Breakdown, that'd be monthly open. Next target, that's target 1, target 2, and see if we can squeeze that to target 3. I say target 3 will be the previous all-time high, and target 4 over here. So then that way you're playing it from mid-range to range low. That's as simple as it is. We might not get this. I think with potential we can be range-bound environment over here for the next couple of days. Well, no, until tomorrow. Once FOMC is done and the US Feds decide what they're going to do, then we know what the direction is going to be. We'll have, and even then I won't even trade after FOMC. I'll probably trade on Thursday, because what's going to happen on Thursday, on Wednesday, sorry, is that we're going to get spikes. Let it consolidate. Let the dust settle down, right? And once it settles down, once the dust settles down, then we're good to go to find out a direction to play up or down. That's all it is with BTC. There's nothing much else to say about that. Ethereum, right? Ethereum's a similar thing. Similar situation we've got here. We've got a range-bound environment that we talked about again. It is bearish because we are below the mid-range of last week's Monday's range, right? That was last week's high of Monday's high, Monday's low, mid-range. If I wanted to be a bit more special, right, what I could do is do it slightly different. I can use last week's low and last week's high, and then you can see that this is the mid-range, and you can see how we played. You see how we played over here. Let me delete all this shit. We don't need this. You see how we found support, deviation, support, and then deviation is shutting back down. This mid-range of last week's high is quite pivotal, right? So now the question is, right, if I was to play along, right, and just looking at for target, and also we've got the weekly range bound environment just in this area here. So that's what we're looking at, okay? So we can't look at it just yet until we lose this area. Once we lose last week's low, and then we can play into here. So bullish play. Oh, fucking camera just right now. The emojis, I know, yeah, the emojis are funny, innit? Fucking adult sites and shit. Does any of you guys use adult sites, like to go dating and stuff like that? That's what I've always wondered about that. Worker casually walking by. Camera, yeah. I'm doing the fucking change the cameras, the battery on this. It did well though, to be honest. It did 2 out. Fucking 2 out. This is some good batteries, bro. USB. Yeah, fuck that. What do you use pirate Tinder? There's all this kind of shit these days now. I don't know. I don't even use any of these dating sites. I don't have time for that shit. And if it's not making me money, I ain't giving a shit about it, to be honest. There we go, back up. Want to date Ethereum? You want to date Ethereum? Ethereum will go low on you, bro. You don't. I shouldn't meet somebody natural. What is wrong with fucking meeting someone in like in a park or some shit like that? That's weird, in a park. But what's wrong with actually meeting someone naturally? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Lone Wolf is saying, and it makes sense as well. I reckon maybe 9,000 BTC. Yeah, I'm having 10,000 in my opinion. 100 minutes, what a long. Yeah, it is a long stream, Rahul, just because of that trade that we was doing. Dave is dating the restaurants. Yeah, send my love to everyone, to your family, all of you guys, and David, send my love to the workers there as well, man. You know, lovely people they are. They actually, stick with you as well and do all this. Fair play to them. You know, like it's not easy to run a restaurant. Fucking hell, my dad had one back in the days, and it was tough. Like I wasn't around. I was too young to remember it, but I remember he was telling me it was tough. So yeah. So at the beginning of the stream, you remember someone asked me about the question of 1440, right? And this is the 1440 level, previous all-time high. Would I long or would I short? Yes, it's found resistance here. If I were to short, I mean, I had to have a hard stop over here above the mid-range, playing it there. But it's not really a good risk to reward ratio, isn't it? Now, the key really comes down to this. Let your range bound. If you were to be bullish and holds above it, does a price action like that, then I say target 1. Well, I say that's my target. I'll be playing it there. reclaim the mid-range and hold above it. Then I say this is my second set of target, and then that'd be target 2, reclaim, target 3, and then we go for last week's high. That's target 4. That's the literally is the bull mode. There's not much to view about this as well with Ethereum. If I were to be bearish, right? So you see this area here. So we're in a consolidation area, deviation, supports and stuff like that. If we start losing this, right? If we do this, right, lose this, then I play a short-term target. Target 1 in this area here, and then target 2 into this area here, and I'll have a stop loss over there. That's how I look to play it, but it needs to break this low here. There's not much to say about it, to be honest, so it's a bit of a tricky one. You know, that's literally is the day trade plan. It really was a short, simple thing. What is BTC saying? If it's fucking going down, I'm gonna be pissed. Well, no, I won't be. Yeah, I think it's gonna break down. Anyway, if it breaks down, it breaks down. But you guys understand the reason why I took that trade, right? Like with you guys, I made a little bit of money. It wasn't much. I made like $50 out of it, but it's not too bad. Alhamdulillah, $50, isn't it? That's food, man. That's a good amount of food for like, you know, some chicken and chips and shit. But at the same time, I'm not too comfortable playing it for that long. It was a too long of a scalp for me to play it. But you guys understand the concept, how I broke it down, what my mind was saying, how I was playing it. So that should be like a factor for you guys that should really take that into consideration, because there's a lot of things to work out as well. Nick asked the question about timing, and that time was too long for a scalp, so I'm like, that's not good. And then FOMC is another factor. We're playing a bit of it kind of broke the trend line. We've got the 15-second block. We were just bouncing around it. I didn't like that at all. We weren't breaking down. It was looking to trying to find support. There was all these factors here for me to cut the trade, right? Oh, I'm a bit, yeah. So all these factors there for me to cut the trade. So yeah, you can see it's actually pushing up. It's looking like it's gonna push up, and that's why I'm glad that I'm happy to cut the trade at a very, very minor gain. Happy days. If it goes down, it goes down. But we got the plans for the thingy. Can we go below 17k? Yes, we can. I believe so. Pirate Explorers goes, I went on Tinder once while I was stuck in Mauritius. It was like a swamp attacking me. Yeah, these Mauritian guys are fucking horny, man. Have you not met us? We are horny. We just fucking want to shag everything. I'm dissing my country so badly here. Nah, but really, these Mauritians are fucking mad though, innit? So, and also, yeah, sorry, quickly, I just remembered. So you got a low here, and we've got a higher low, and then we've got a higher low there. That to me is not so good there. So this wick was here. I missed this wick. I was like, fuck. And then like, but anyway, but yeah, but we'll see. It's coming back down. It's just fucking messy. Who knows? But yeah, never went back on it again. Tinder, I've used Tinder a long time ago, right? And it was just weird, man. I don't like it. But yeah, whatever floats your boat, to be honest. Take care, Vivian. I'm pretty much done as well, so I'm literally logging off as well. So it has been a long stream, a really long ass stream, to be honest. So Names have been having you on like a podcast while I work from home. Bless you, bro. Appreciate that. I hope I'm making your day a lot more easy as well. Fucking love chat is back here again, the motherfucker. Let's put user in timeout. Oh, thank you for that, David. David's on it. Fucking bastard. Great stream as always, fam. Catch you later. Take a critique as well. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Any questions? Because I think this love chat is gonna fucking spam the fucking shit out of it. Thank you, Lou Rock. Thank you, David. Appreciate for actually backing it as well. Appreciate the live sessions. It's all good, man. Have a good day. You in the UK? Yes, I am in the UK. I'm in Birmingham. Take care, David. Have a good day as well, man. Wishing you all like a happy Tuesday as well. We've got our plans using Monday's range. Monday's range should give us something to play with. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Tinder's the beta males go up and ask a girl. 100%, man. Luro's got the fucking idea. But yeah, cool, guys. I'm gonna let you go. It's gonna be the end. That's the end of the stream. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate the sub. I really appreciate that. And hopefully I catch you guys tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow 10:15 we'll do the UK time and we get this going. So take care. Have a great day on Tuesday. If you guys are working, shout out to you guys who are working. You know, like I've got a lot of love for you guys. May the day be a lot easier for you. And if you're at home chilling, just chill out, man. Enjoy your day. and do some studies or whatever. I hope that you appreciate the stream itself. Look at this before we go. Look at this. I was right. It's pushing up. You see what I'm saying? Fucking pushing up the bastard. But it's gonna be choppy, but fuck that. But anyway, take care of yourself. Have a great day. Plans are set. Really simple. Nothing much to say. My piece of advice to all of you guys is don't trade just yet. Don't start looking for day trades yet. Sit. If you want to sit on your hand, bruv, sit on your fucking hands. Right? 100%. Sit on your fucking hands. Don't risk it. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna get nasty. Tomorrow is gonna get fucked. Right? I might do a session after FOMC, to be honest. I might do one. I'll see. If you guys are interested in the session after FOMC, let me know in the comments after the stream, all right? And we'll see what's going on, all right? So that's it for me, guys. Take care. Have a good day, guys.